and welcome to my icing cave. JK! Welcome to my craft room. It is a little bit cold. It is also very dark because it turns out, well, today it seems like the fuses are just not having it. So I can either have my lights on or I can have my little radiator on. And seeing as it is a little bit cold, I decided to have my radiator on at the time of filming this. So I'm going to kind of try to keep this short and sweet, but you know me. If you're new here, then this is going to be your introduction to this. So I am going to really make an effort to upload more videos. And I know I have been saying this for a long time. However, now we're moved. I'm recovered from COVID. I do have a little bit of a cold coming on, which is typical. But we're going to boost that with a little bit of chocolate and vitamin C and hydration. Hydration is key. And we are going to actually power on. Power on? No power on, because then all the fuses will blow again. So we're going to power through. Yes. And so this video is actually the video of the making of a card that I made for the Pinkfresh Studio January challenge. So it's already February 2nd. So I thought I'd try to get this video up as soon as, because the challenge actually finished on the 31st. And the winners from that is, I think they're going to be announced on like the 4th of January or something like that. And then usually there is a new challenge announced then as well. So I thought, I'd try to get this video up before and then maybe into the next one, because the winners are drawn randomly and you get a $50 gift voucher to Pinkfresh Studio. You get a $50 gift card to Pinkfresh Studio if you are the randomly drawn winner. So all you got to do is enter in order to be in with a chance to win. So you can enter 3 cards, but I only did manage the 1 in January. So I'm going to try with 3 for February, because I know that there are some goodies coming out. Even though I'm not on the actual design team anymore, I love Pinkfresh Studio products and their colors and their foiling and all that stuff. So I am going to make use of all of my goodies, and I will probably add some more because, I have a problem. I know. But for now, we are actually going to head into the video part of the card. But I'm not gonna lie, there was a lot of like a roller coastering with the making of this card, because I thought I was going to use the rainbow and the foiling aspect, like theme, because you could choose from like 11 themes. And I actually did not do that. It was like, okay, so I did the foiling, but no rainbows. I know what's wrong with me. I don't know. But we're going to head down to the desk, and we're going to go through the stages of the card making. But I thought I'd just show you, right? So I don't have any lights on in my actual room at the moment. I have lots of candles around, so it's nice and ambiance-y. Okay, I am a foreigner. I have a language barrier. Sometimes I make up words, but so I have a little light, like a portable light on my computer, so I can film this. And then to make so you can see my pretty background there, I have my phone in my back pocket, so you can see the things I do for you guys, eh? Yeah. So yeah, I don't know what's happening. I have actually had a 2.5-hour nap today, so I should not be this like, but sometimes you just can't rein in. I also mean to tell you that I have listed the products I've used down below in the description box, and they are affiliate links. So if you don't know what affiliate links are, I'll just go over this quickly. It's basically a personalized link from me to a specific product. So the way it works is that if you click on this link, then, you know, the whole like technological shaha blah blah mastermind, whatever, I'm really bad with technology. But anyway, so if you click on this link, it will basically tell Pinkfresh Studio that Erica sent you their way. And then if you actually buy something, I think it's like within a certain amount of time as well. Like maybe different companies have got different days. This is called like the cookie period. And it's not like delicious cookies. It's like the technology cookies. Then they will give me like a percentage of whatever you have spent as a thank you for sending you their way. And this is the only one of two ways I am actually making a little bit of money on this. So all the money that I'm getting from this have all been pumped back into the craft room and the equipment and all of the things that I'm using to film and, you know, paper, glue, all the boring stuff that you have to have in order to make cards. But yes, so if you use mine, thank you so much. I appreciate this so much more than you could ever know. So if you decide to shop and buy a little something, always use an affiliate link. It doesn't have to be mine. Use someone's. But if what I do inspire you, I would love it if you would use mine. Yes, thank you so much. Okay, so now we're going to go into the card making. So I thought I'd show you all of the bits of the roller coastering as well. So I got my hot foil machine out and I popped this lovely happy birthday hot foil plate on there. And it comes with a coordinating die cut, so you don't have to buy them separate now. So Pinkfresh do this great thing where they actually combine the word dies and the die cut piece together in one like product bag, I guess you could say. So I think that is brilliant, and the way you can keep them separate, or like you know which one is which, is that the silver one is the die cut and the goldy one is the hot foil plate. So for this one, I think it's champagne foil. It's a beautiful color. I really, really like it. It's kind of like a soft, really soft gold. And I also decided I was going to use this lovely peony hot foil plate with the same champagne foil. So I'm just gonna trim down the pieces a little bit, and I use a fabric cutter for cutting foil because I just find it super flimsy to cut it with scissors. And this is a trick that I saw Heidi Swap do years and years ago, and I tried it and I never gone back to scissors ever. So that is a top tip. And also, especially if you have one already, just use that. Don't buy like extra tools. So with the word die all being ready, it's done the whole like timer thingy. We're just gonna roll this through the die cutting machine, and then we're gonna peel and reveal. And this is my favorite part of the foiling, right? Oh, look at that. So you can already kind of like anticipate what it's gonna look like, and then it's just gorgeous. And don't throw away those negative pieces like the excess foil. Even if you don't have a solid hot foil plate yet, keep it, because somebody might gift it to you or hint that you want one. If you have a glimmer hot foil machine, that is definitely a very, very worthy investment, because you get 2 in 1 out of all of your foiling basically. So definitely add that to your wish list if you haven't already done so. So we're going to also use the coordinating die cut to cut this out. It's funny, right? Because I was super set on using this word or that particular happy birthday. And then I decided, you know, I'm going to have this beautiful flowery background because I love flowers, and Pinkfresh Studio really do some amazing ones. So I am going to foil this peony one, and then I'm going to use the layering stencils to just add a little bit of color to that in between. Now I have added here an extra shim of, not a shim, it's actually just a piece of paper, like really cheap thin printer paper, just to kind of get that extra little pressure. Now it didn't work out super great actually. So I could have maybe just done without that extra piece of paper, but you live and learn. So the good thing with the foiling is actually that some of the excess foiling you can actually wipe off, you can erase that. But be gentle and be very careful with this. So when it came to the ink blending, I got my range of pink out. So there's actually like color families from Pinkfresh Studio. You can get 4 shades of each color, and the pink ones are some of my favorites, absolute favorites. And you don't have to use all 4, but I do like to use at least 2 to get like a little bit of a different sort of depth and life to flowers, because you know flowers are hardly ever like just the same color. Although ironically, peonies sometimes, you know, the really bright pink ones are exactly like just all over the same color. But I wanted to just bring them to life a little bit to kind of have a little bit of depth and definition here. So what I've done is I've gone with the ballet slipper, which is the lightest pink, all over everything, and then I have gone with increasingly darker shades around the edges to kind of just bring them to life a little bit. Now here, the last pink, I have used a teeny tiny brush just to go around the edges of the flower. And this is, I want to say bubble gum, maybe. I will list them down below in the description box, just so you know. And you don't have to use all 4 of them. You can actually, by taking a little bit of time and, you know, going slow and steady, you can build up the color with that darkness as well. So you don't have to use all 4. It is a little bit time consuming, but it does look rather spectacular, doesn't it? I mean, look at that. But peonies are also my favorite flowers, so I am a tiny bit biased. And pink is one of my favorite colors, so. But for the second layer, so this stencil set actually only has 2 stencils. And I'm really sorry, but I have a little chica who is huffily puffling up in my craft room right as I'm doing this voiceover. So please ignore her. And we are going to ink blend a little bit of yellow all over the leaves. Now you might think, yellow leaves? That's kind of crazy. Why are you doing that, you crazy woman? Why do you want to make them look dead? But I just wanted like a slightly different color scheme. I didn't want to go just sort of pink and green. It felt a little bit too predictable. So I decided to go in with some yellow. So I have used first, it was lemon whip, and then a little bit of, I think it's a sweet mustard. And then I decided as well to kind of bring in a little bit more of kind of a contrast, a little bit of dough, and that perhaps was a tiny bit crazy. Maybe I should have gone for more like orangey to kind of get that sort of glowy gold, but I did end up liking how it turned out actually. And by using these teeny tiny brushes, you get so much more control over where your ink goes. And you can see I'm sometimes like tapping on the ink pad itself. Sometimes I'm just tapping on the lid to get that teeny tiny bit of extra ink. And it just, yeah, it ended up looking really cool actually. So here I'm just going over with sweet mustard again over everything to kind of blend everything together to make it sort of look really blended. Okay, that was a very technical term. But this is how it ended up. And then we're going to trim this down. And I'm going to trim it off like just a tiny bit around the edges as well there. So the stunning cardstock I'm going to use as base will show through. So this one is actually from Tonic Studios. It's a mirror cardstock. It's called Rose Platinum. And it's just really nice and shiny. So if you, like me, you don't want to waste any of your cardstock and stuff, make sure you either like cut out the middle bit, either with word dice or with like just a rectangle or something, because you don't need to waste all of that cardstock inside. So for this one, I've kind of like puzzled my pieces. So the mirror cardstock and then my ink blended panel on top. And then I decided I'm going to try this with the Happy Birthday that's foiled with the champagne on top, just to kind of see, okay, do I like this? And I thought, well, I kind of liked it. I wasn't 100% sold on it, so I was going to think about it while I put this down onto the card base. And I have actually, I know it looks like I'm going to stick this down directly onto the mirror cardstock there, but I did actually take it away and I cut out the middle. So there's a little bit of a sleight of hand there, yes. But don't waste your precious cardstock if you don't have to. So we're going to lay these up with another couple of pieces. So this is just die cut with the same die cut as I cut out the first one with. I don't know why I mentioned that. It seems kind of self-explanatory, doesn't it? But we're going to lay these up just so that it's kind of raised up a little bit. And then I put that down and I thought, well, it needs a little something else, doesn't it? So I decided to use this gorgeous nested diamond hoffel bit as well. And I'm trying to kind of, I'm placing my card down onto my grid mat so that I'm using the grids to get this diamond piece on really straight. And this is a great little hack just to kind of get your stuff on straight, because if I'm just eyeing it, I never get it on perfectly straight. Yeah. So I'm looking at this and I thought, no, I think maybe we'll try this one instead. And I really like this font, and I like the fact that it's actually two separate pieces. So I decided, you know what, we're going to go for this. So I foiled this in, I think it's like it actually comes in a 4-pack, and it's something fuchsia. So it came out stunning, absolutely stunning. I love that. And I'm layering these up as well with 1 or 2 pieces. I want to say 2, but it might just be the 1. And then we're going to finish it off with some gorgeous matte gold metallic pearls. And these, I decided to use the matte ones rather than the shiny ones, because I didn't want to detract from like the foiling, because it was already quite kind of like shimmery and sparkly. But I really, really like how this came out in the end, despite all the kind of ups and downs and weird colors and, you know, switcheroo on the actual sentiment. But I hope you have enjoyed it and found some inspiration here, and I hope you will subscribe and come back soon, because I promise I will have more videos very, very soon. But bye for now.